We're here with members of the Babson College men's basketball team who just lost 88-76 to Amherst College in the third round of the NCAA Division III men's basketball championship. From left to right, we have Joey Flannery, Coach Brennan, and Bradley Jacks.
Obviously, congratulations to Amherst on the win. I think there was a game of runs. They started the game off and they built a pretty decent lead. I thought that early on we were a little tight and didn't make a couple of plays we normally do as far as around the basket and some open looks. But as we got more comfortable and started to defend better, I thought our game plan was good. They made 5 threes in the first half out of 14, and they're a high-powered three-point shooting team. And one of the threes was a bank three, and one of the others was a shot clock three. So we felt like holding them to 5 out of 14 from the arc in the first half was about where we wanted to be. The fact that we were able to get 39 points and be up 2 at the half, we felt really good going into the half. We felt that we were in good shape. And I think in any Babson Amherst game, it is a game of runs, but it's also a situation where, Amherst always has great firepower, and you have to not get into a trade the basket situation. And I thought that, they came out, I think they scored either 4 or 6 of the first points in the second half. And I thought at points, we got away from what we were doing to be successful on both ends of the floor. And as the half ensued, we struggled to score the way we did in the first half. But that being said, I think that we were really proud of our guys for our effort. Getting to the Sweet 16 was certainly something that we had as a goal. And we lost to obviously a really good program and a good team and a well-coached group. And I think the thing that gets lost about our team is that it took us a semester to develop our identity this year as to who we are now as opposed to what we were last year. And our group had to grow into what we are now. And I thought that one of the keys to that is Travis Sheldon, who's not here. He doesn't get enough credit for the culture we've built and the work ethic and what goes on in our program. He's number one. He came in the game at the end of the game. He's battled injuries over the course of his career, and he's still battling injuries as he is, but he came in and knocked down 3. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention him in this press conference because he's the prime reason we're here. 4 years ago we were a 4 or 5 team in the NEWMAC, and now we've won 2 straight NEWMAC championships, gone to the Final Four, gone to the Sweet 16. We were one of 3 teams that was in the Sweet 16 back-to-back years. So, kudos to Travis Sheldon. There's 2 parts to it. One, I thought when they went off the ball screen, did a really good job driving at the strong side where they spaced 2 guys away. And one or both of those guys cut back door. And when you're in the ball screen situation, you're trying to help so that Jay Dawson doesn't turn the corner or Berman doesn't turn the corner. And when you go to help and your guy back cuts you, it's hard to make that decision whether to give up the 3 in the corner to Racy or to get back to your guy. So I think that was one adjustment. They did a great job. I think the other thing is they went a little bit more inside in the second half than they did in the first half. The first play of the game of the second half, they had a ball screen to a throwback and got George an easy duck-in situation. So I just thought they shot a higher percentage because they pounded inside a little bit more. I think the other side of it was, I think at points we were pressing because we were not making shots, and I thought that, one of the things that we've gotten better at is handle and drive and kick and then sink into the weak side block. Well, we gave up 3 layups on non-sink situations, and obviously that's going to kill your percentage, as far as defensive stops. And then there was other times we did a good job. So I think that, the things that hurt us throughout the game, we gave 8 points in the first half on out-of-bounds plays that we're usually very good at. And I think that in the second half, we were very inconsistent guarding basket cutters and being able to, handle the low post. And ultimately, the second chance shots, I thought, were the difference in the half. Was that, we fought but didn't fight hard enough, and you tip your hat to them. One of the great things that happened to this group is we had to deal with adversity throughout the year. Bradley was out for 10 days with a concussion, and as was Isaiah, and we played last weekend without Joey. So we're kind of a no-excuse group. As much as we felt really good, when Joey was out there and was doing a good job, we went in the locker room up, 39-37. We felt we were right where we wanted to be, and we felt like the right guys were shooting for them. And So I thought we had really good energy going in the locker room. You know, it didn't really translate in the second half. I didn't think our energy was where it needed to be successful. And, you know, I think that was a huge piece of why we're the first press conference today.
At that point, it's just like, we were playing hard. We went down, I think, 7 or 8, and just, I mean, everybody wanted to play hard. Nobody really wanted to lose. And, I mean, first half I sat just a good amount, and then, so I knew I had to, like, come in, I had to play a little bit harder, play a little, defense a little bit more better. But, I mean, we just had a couple of lapses here and there, but, I mean, I just wanted to come out, play hard, and do my best defensively. I know offensively, everything was there. We just didn't really hit shots and make too much. So,
yeah, as far as Bradley goes, I mean, you know, like he was an impact player as a first year. You know, I mean, he played a lot of minutes last year and came off the bench. This year he earned the starting role. And, you know, to be honest with you, like he's had some phenomenal games. He had 28 against Emerson. He had 30 up at Bowdoin. So, you know, we were excited to see him have some really good production in the second half and start to make the shots that weren't going, and then he got in foul trouble in the first half. So I think the thing about Brad is we asked him to do a lot defensively, and his energy defensively, but more importantly, he's the backbone of our defense. Like he always talks, he always handles the ball screens, and he's always looking to cover for others. And, you know, when he went out with the 2 fouls, you know, I think that took a little of the wind out of our sails for a little bit in the first half.
Yeah, I was just testing it out, beginning the second half, kind of went in the hallway, saw what I could do on it, and tried to get it as loose as I could. And thought it got to a point where I was able to go out there and you know, I thought I'd be able to help out. Wasn't able to do enough, but yeah, I was kind of waiting for it to loosen up a little bit.
We knew we could play at an elite level by playing a double overtime game with them, you know. But I think that it was really, you know, we lost 4 out of 5 games, and I think that was when we really started to turn the corner and understand what we needed to do with this group to, you know, become a better defensive team. You know, I think we scored the ball so much better than we did last year, but we had to learn how to play better defense. And I think that those 4 games were really the difference in us becoming who we are today. And obviously Amherst was a piece of it. You know, we lost that one December 10th, and then we didn't play again until New Year's Eve, so it was a long time to sit with it. And, you know, it's hard to, you know, think that that was the seminal point, because, you know, it took a while to get past exams, and these guys have short memories, as you know. So I don't really want to look ahead. I mean, I think that, you know, this group now has to, you know, really get back to work. You know, I mean, take some time this week because it's school vacation or holiday break, and then they're going to decide that they're going to recommit to trying to get back here. And it's really hard to win. You know, I mean, I think we're 32 in the league. You know, and you know, it's like you got a target on your back, and we learned this year how to play against everybody's best every night. I hope that we take that and build on it, but. You know, it's going to be a new year. We'll have some new pieces, you know, as far as the first years who come in. So, you know, I think that for right now, we're just going to stick with this group and, you know, again, be thankful that Travis was able to carry us as far as he did. And again, like, you know, feel very blessed to be 23-6. And, you know, like I said, I don't take this for granted. You try and soak it in, but it hurts a lot, you know, when you lose. And it hurts, you know, anytime the season ends, it hurts. But to lose in the Sweet 16 when you're a weekend away from going to the Final Four and actually know what that means, you know, until you get there, you don't know what it means, you know. So I think that we certainly felt like we wanted to get there again. And to say that and then go out and do it are 2 different things. You know, like I told these guys after the game, you know, like, you know, good things come in small packages. And, you know, Travis is one of those guys who, you know, he's blessed with incredible heart, incredible work ethic. And, you know, like when he was a freshman, I mean, he came in and made basically a game-winning shot his first game. He just never played with fear. And, you know, it was one of those things where you get to play a ton as a freshman, and then sophomore year, you know, he started to deal with the injuries a little bit. But, you know, like he played against WPI and basically played 40 minutes at the point, and, you know, we had a chance to finish them off, and, you know, shot went up, and, you know, with 1.2 seconds, not that I remember, but, you know, Zach Corrales got a rebound and put it through. So, you know, it's one of those things where to see, you know, how far we've come as a group, and to know that he was a lightning rod for that, you know, that's where you feel blessed. Just high character guy.
I think we had like a really good relationship, just like from the first day he came on campus, and we've meshed ever since. I mean, like we understand where each other, like where we like to be on the court. Always get Isaiah in his sweet spot, he always gets me, and just like we were battling every day from open gym to practice every day, and then I learned a lot from Dave Mack and John Wiggy. They taught me a lot defensively, just going at them, and then I just try to help that with him transitioning, coming to Babson, teaching him some things, the defensive aspect, which was pretty hard at first, learning the way we played defense, but then he was able to pick it up and make an impact right when he came from the first game all the way to the end of the season. So I mean, we have a really good relationship on and off the court, and like that's one of my best friends on the team. So yeah.